Welcome to my desk. Yeah, it's very pretty now because I've cleaned it. And there's my shit. You can see my tools, cameras, lights, my name, family pictures, paintings from my sister, globe, and some other shit down here. So, yeah. Hello, welcome. I am your Hussein, your Arabic Big Mary, and you're watching the Disney Channel. So, okay, let's do it again. Cut. Hello, this is Hussein, your Arabic Big Mary, and today it's a story time. Now, the last time I've done a story time, it did not become that popular amongst people because it was long. And when I'm saying long, I mean some good 55 minutes dumbass story about me trying to kill some bitch. Well, I mean, what the fuck did you want? That's a story about killing someone. It's not gonna be 5 minutes. Today I'm doing something partially related to astrology. Today I'm talking about my Libra friend. Now, I'm not gonna say his name, of course. What the fuck? But I'm gonna refer to him as Libra since he is the most prominent Libra that is not from my family. We were friends throughout high school, a little bit afterwards, and then we kind of like grew apart. So, without further ado, let's get into the story. You know, like get some snacks and come on back. So the story starts all the way back around 2015. No, I'm not sure if I was in first year of high school or second year of high school. I'm pretty sure most likely it was my second year in high school, but my Sagittarius best friend at the time took commerce as I took language and literature. No, I took literature and psychology, but that's a whole nother thing. And in that class, he was with him, and basically we were like, you know, a group of people, you know, like a sizable group of people that was from my 10th grade. Some of them were my friends, including my best friend at the time. We sat there along with one of the boys from there that had friends in that, whatever. He was a friend's friend. And at first I did not like them because they were boys in a public school for only boys. In that time at high school, it was not comfortable to say the least, especially because everyone was a gamer. So the kind of cursing that went on was horrendous. I mean, it will put the devil into shame. At first, I was reluctant to hang out with them, but I mean, that was the group that I hung out with. Slowly but surely, what happened was that I became friends with him before 2015 was over. I don't remember what we bonded over was none other than Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande. He was Nicki Minaj, I was Ariana Grande. And during that time, Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande were like getting ready to like do shit. Starting collabs, you know, Bang Bang just happened and all that. It was all shit poppin'. Ariana and Nicki were gonna drop their albums like Dangerous Woman and Pink Print. So it was a big fucking deal at the time. So we bonded over celebrities. That's what we bonded over at first. And not so much video games. They were the first people that pushed me to do online video gaming. Can you imagine? It lasted until I was nearly 17 for me to start playing online because I hated it that much. Anyways, we became friends, and throughout high school, it was kind of like the same note. You know, we did not get that close in high school because high school, me, Sagittarius, and him became like the trio. We became really close, but at some point by the end of high school, it started to be more like not so much of a triangle as much it was like this, that would be me, this was one, this was the other. Their link kind of broke. Well, mostly the Sagittarius friend has so much shit to say about Libra. Me and Libra used to do montages of funny videos. We used to put voices on fights and effects and all that because we had that kind of humor. We were really like ride or dies, and we had very similar things, but I would say he was the more extroverted version of me. And I was more of the upfront and like stable and decisive version of him. Like sometime during 2016, he met a guy outside of school. Now in my country, you can, and I think that's only in my country, you honk for places So they come out, take your order, go inside, do the order, come out and give you the order, take the money, all that. I have never seen it anywhere else. They're literally like stores are made specifically for that kind of way where you park outside, honk, they come out, take the order and all that shit. So he went to the convenience store, I think that's what you call it, convenience store, and there was a guy that was outside in his car. They gave him money and told him to get him something. Being the Libra that he is, he agreed because, you know, peer pressure. And he took the stuff and he told him, you know, he gave him the rest of the thing, like the money, which I thought was very weird. But apparently there were progressions that happened during that time period that I did not know of. Throughout our high school, he went out with this man, a man that I have to say, he was old, like late 20s, early 30s, and we were teens, like 16, 15, like that kind of age. So that man was at least 10 years older than us, and he's from the military. So he introduced him to drinking, Red Bull and vodka, to be specific, and it progressed to a relationship that I did not know of at the time until 2017. Now in 2017, I started cutting contact with most people from school, but I did not cut contact with either Sagittarius or Libra. You know, it was like things were getting harder on me, but we're not gonna talk about that point. You know, he started opening up to me because I was already open with him about my sexuality. I never really hid my sexuality. I just didn't talk about it with others. So if I really liked you and I really appreciated you and trusted you as a person, then I would talk more in depth about it. I started talking with him about it, and he was clearly a closeted gay. But of course, as you know, in the community, we call it bi now, gay later. He said he was bi, and I was like, whatever. So what happened during that time, we would go out, the three of us, because I was born in May and they were born way ass in the end. You know, one of them was born, you know, Libra was born in October, Sagittarius was born in December. So I got my license before even the school was up. So during summer break and as we getting into university, well, Libra did not get into university at that time, but as we were getting into university, we used to go out a lot. Literally out of nowhere, like he would text me on the phone as we were driving that he needs to go and see him. Now, I'm not dumb. I know better than to do that, but I did it because I thought that was his life and that's what he should be doing. But things kept spiraling down to the point that I had to literally take him out to certain places to meet him, like specifically to meet him, and that guy thought legitimately that I wanted him, or that the reason why Libra never got with him was because he liked me or something. So there was kind of a tension there that made me feel very afraid. He took Libra to his own apartment, which, by the way, shocker, he was married to a woman.
Also, I forgot to mention that his wife was pregnant during that time, and after she gave birth to the baby, he named the baby, his son, the same name as my friend Libra. So yeah, shit was really crazy. Also, on top of that, his wife was not in our country. She was in a different country at the time, and he was here. He worked in the military to, like, I don't know, in our country, the military get housing and whatnot, and they were basically waiting for the house, and that's why she was not here. Yeah, anyway, back to the video.
And he would, you know, do the whole shebang of like, oh, I'm gonna go and take a shower, comes out with a towel, pops the shit out, tries to force him to take off his clothes, kissing him hardly, you know, really like pushing him. And mind you, Libra, even at that point, was still under 18. And in my country, you have to be at least 21 years old. That means even by now, he is not even legally allowed to be with him. Can you imagine that he's not even legal to be with him, and he still pursued it? Then at some point, Libra started to push away from him and tried to get away from that kind of situation, but he stalked him. He kept going to his house. He kept coming for him, like messaging him, making all those types of accounts with him. And he even went to the same gym as him. He joined a delivery service. Excuse me, ma'am. So he joined a delivery service just to go to his house and see him. So that was like creepy 101. I need to say that because it plays kind of out to the reason why I stopped being friends with him. Life kept on going, and in December or like November, I stopped being friends with them. I cut off contact because I had literally a mental breakdown, and I was fighting with my parents. I got out of the university I did not want to go to, and was kind of forced to go to it anyway. So I really just did not even remain half of a semester, so I just did not go, so I would be kicked out of the university. So I was really happy about it. I did not meet up with him until like around January, with him and another like friend that wasn't like friend, but a friend, and I was gonna plan to cut it off with him, Sagittarius and all that, but I ended up remaining friends with him and cutting off Sagittarius. 2018 was the last year that I remember we were actually friends. Like actual friends. What happened during that time really made me question my friendship with him, because prior to that, I was kind of like the alibi of who he went with when he went with that guy. So his father really disliked me, like really disliked me. He became some sort of a liability because I felt like I had to carry him around. I had to babysit him and look after him. And other shit happened with his family, and out of respect I'm not gonna talk about it, but he became more, I don't know, like much worse. Like the type of person I did not want to be around anymore. I was going in a different direction than he was going to. Like I don't think he was growing as much as he was going. Like he wasn't doing anything, and I don't even know what the fuck he's doing now, so I don't want to know. But we grew apart was based mostly on my end, that I just stopped talking to him and I just stopped responding to things. At first you might think, wow, that's like such a douchey move, but to me it was more of I could not grow when I was friends with a person that was not growing and it was not adding anything to me as a person. Like I was literally at a point that was like I couldn't be friends with him anymore, because it just spiraled out of control to me. Like I was already going through so many things that I wasn't gonna like put that also on my shoulders. So in 2018, like that was in early 2018, we went to a convention center together and we worked as volunteers for a couple of nights. It was very cold. Afterwards, something happened with his family, and I don't think we met up after that for a while. So it was on and off, and every time it kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Last year in September, he admitted lucky admission to the same university that I am in now. I thought that would make us good friends, but then I realized that when I met him and saw who he hung out with, it just made me think like this person did not change, and every change that I see in him was not for the better. He became boy crazy. He became, I don't know, not the friend that I used to be with, but I think I would be even more so the same. Like I was 100% different, like more so than he did. So I think I was alien to him compared to me being different. I probably looked alien to him. He used to make a whole type of grande move out of being like on Grindr or whatnot. He used to say it was a joke, but I know for sure that was not a joke, because he one time was like, why don't we go to like this grown-ass man, like someone that works in a high place, that was on Grindr and had a party somewhere else, I'm not gonna say where, and he was like, why don't we go? I told him, if a grown-ass man is asking a bunch of young gay boys to go to meet him, it's not exactly going to be the type of hangout you think it would be. Oh, sorry. I had a moment. You know what? I decided I'm not only gonna talk about Libra, I'm gonna talk about Sagittarius. I told him that, I was agnostic, and a lot of things. I told him about my history and things that happened to me before. And he told me that he was gonna like give me money if I turned back to Islam, which was like so out of left field. Like I could tell you like I'm Muslim again, and then you take your money, and then what the fuck, bitch? What the fuck you gonna do?